Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Cheryl, are you the kind of person who chooses which bottle of wine or beer to buy based on how cool the label looks?
I
Oh
like
boy.
I like
I'll
the
admit.
wine, not the label.
Yeah, okay. I'll admit though, the label is influential. It
Yeah,
is. If it looks
it
cool,
is.
it's got a lot of colors, I'll kind of gravitate toward that one first. So listen up. Cassandra Schaeg's series, Fresh Glass, will introduce you to different wines and beers and also share the stories of the people who have created them.
Mm.
That's right. So you'll be able to choose exactly the bottle you want and support diverse producers at the same time.
Hmm.
It's a win-win. Let's take a look.
Sip Wine and Beer is a wine and beer tasting room here in Escondido. Started it in 2015. I wanted to start a business and I wanted to create a space where we could talk about wine. And so when you come here, you get to veer off the beaten path and try brands that you do not get anywhere else.
It's a blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
These are brands that have created quality wine, beers, and they don't get the opportunities to be in the main stage with the other big box retailers. So they rely on small businesses like myself to share their stories and to get their names out there for people to support. Fast forward 7 years, I've been able to be sustainable in doing that, and that is now evolved to Fresh Glass.
Denise Clark found a passion for winemaking later in life. She transformed her home into a wine sanctuary.
So we created this docuseries to tell the stories of women and BIPOC innovators in food, beverage, and entrepreneurship that aren't visible in both our society or in mainstream media. And the goal was to create a story of people who could see themselves in places or in entrepreneurship or in spaces that generally don't have people who look like me or women in. And so food, beverage, and entrepreneurship is this umbrella of fields that are underrepresented when it comes to both women and people of color.
I think what Cassandra's series indicate and shows you that people from all walks of life, and especially people that look like myself, they're doing amazing things, and those stories should be shared because I think it broadens everybody's understanding, and we're more alike than not.
Inglewood, California is known as the City of Champions.
Welcome to Crowns Inglewood, baby.
Welcome to Crowns Inglewood.
The industry in wine and beer, or in food and beverage in general, accounts for less than 1% when it comes to women, and then it's not even 1% when it comes to people of color. It was the first time that their story was told on a national scale. And you have hometown heroes who have made a name for themselves, but those heroes are deserving and worthy of the attention on a bigger scale. And so that's what we set out to do. And from the first woman Native American winemaker in the country to the first Creole woman to own a winery in the United States and everything in between, those are the stories that people need to see. Those are the stories that people need to hear.
I'm gonna toast to the legacy of a trailblazer.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, and you know what? And I didn't even know I was trailblazing. I was just doing my thing. I think if you just keep dreaming and do your thing, it just keeps evolving.
And the biggest challenge is getting people to buy into that. You know, creating a television show, is one of the hardest things that I've done, but the most rewarding. And just like being an entrepreneur, you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to create this concept. You have to invest in yourself. You have to put your own money up front. And you have to create this vision that you hope comes to life on television so people understand the story and it resonates with them.
Wow, ladies, like that is such a cool vision from a dedicated woman. And of course, congrats on her TV show too.
Yes, and I've got to try these wines. The Fresh Glass series will be running on YurView for the rest of the year, so check it out on your local guide, and you can also find out more information about the show at freshglassproductions.com.
All right. Well, our next guest was coming up after the break, so get ready to move while we enjoy a simple recipe from like I believe it's comfort food.
Oh yeah.